I want to begin with the good news, the approval of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, which is a fantastic achievement for British science and which will allow us to vaccinate more people and also vaccinate them more quickly. And there's one important development that's helping us to accelerate our vaccination programme across the whole of the UK. We've had new advice from the Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation that the first dose can protect people against the worst effects of this virus because the benefits kick in after 2 or 3 weeks. We've seen a 40% increase in cases in England in the last week alone, almost 15% more patients in hospital, more than at the peak of the first wave. And yesterday, sadly, we recorded almost 1,000 deaths across the UK for the first time since April. More areas of England will be moving into Tier 4 from tomorrow. And I say again, no one regrets these measures more bitterly than I do, but we must take firm action now. And that's why we have to think very hard about schools, because today, of course, it remains the case that keeping children in education is a national priority. And it remains the case that schools are safe. But we must face the reality that the sheer pace of the spread of this new variant requires us now to take even tougher action in some areas. And that does affect schools. In most of England, primary schools will still reassemble next week as planned for the new term. But in the areas we've just published today on gov.uk, I'm afraid the start of the new term will be delayed until at least January the 18th, when the latest data on those infection rates will be reviewed. But we will ask exam year pupils in secondary schools to learn remotely during the first week of term and return to the classroom from 11th of January. The remaining secondary school pupils, i.e. non-exam groups, will go back a week later, that is from the 18th of January. I must ask you to follow the rules where you live tomorrow night and see in the new year safely at home. That means not meeting up with friends or family indoors unless they're in the same household or support bubble, and avoiding large gatherings of any kind.